Never take decision from an emotional state. And hi beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Ankita, your friend over here, back again with another beautiful video for all of you. Before I start today's video, I would like to request you, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this tribe so that you are updated and we can be friends over here. Today's video is about unbalanced emotion, and the reason I chose to record this video is, let me give you a little story why this video is happening. This was not my day when I was supposed to record video. I have taken intentionally a slow day, and as I'm recording this video, it is an evening time. I was having my tea and I was having self-reflection where I was thinking like how far I have come in my journey, how I used to react before, how I have healed my relation with unbalanced emotion. I was reflecting and I was thinking about certain things, and I was like, okay, let's go and share about this today. And there was so strong pull that I was like, okay, even though it was an intentional off day, but that how most of my video happen at times. It might sound so cliche and repetitive, but I have seen that I love doing this so much that I just find inspiration and I show up despite taking a day off. So here one more important message I want to give to all of you is, find something you are excited and passionate about. Trust me, I used to hear this again and again with lot of people, but yes, I have seen in my journey as I have found this passion of mine. Trust me, I see that even on the days when I take off, I just come and show because it doesn't feel like work to me. So let's dive deeper into this topic. It might come across as little harsh love, but be with me. If something triggers you, it is for a reason, because it needs to be healed. So do address it. Don't run from that emotion. What I have seen around me and in my life also, whenever we are in this emotional state, we often take decision driven by that emotion, because at time emotion take toll on us. We are not able to differentiate what is right and what is wrong. That's why there is lot of indulgence that people have in their life, because they cannot control their emotion. But on the other side, what you will see is, if you master your emotion, I think you can conquer the world. This is not a small statement I am saying, this is so true. Also, I would like to share a quote by Elizabeth Gilbert, which I just read some time back. It says, your emotion is slave to your thought and you are slave to your emotion. So what does it mean? What does this quote says? Everything comes down to how good you are handling your thoughts. That's how you can have a better life. The more control you have over your thought, the better control you will have over your emotion, because then any of your decision will not be just driven by your emotion state. It will be logical. The thing that you need to do, you will start doing more of it, because now there is not impulsive reaction that is coming and it is not driven by emotion. Also, I want to share one more thing over here. What I have seen is, in our closest relation, at times people are helping each other based on that emotion, and sometimes we start falling back to that person and we become so dependent on that person just because we are not able to handle our emotion. And I think we are all guilty, and somewhere we all have experienced this thing in our life. I'm sure I can say this as surety, because I think like that's how we actually start becoming mature and we start handling our emotion better, because we have somewhere seen the consequences of being driven by emotion and the dependency which we have on other people. So let me know in the comment section if you have experienced this thing in your life also. There are high chances one or more time you have definitely experienced this in life. And mostly you will see that whenever you lean into any person based on emotion, that relation, and over here relationship is not about the romantic, I'm talking in general relation, you will see that those relation will not go too far, because there is a need. That relation is built upon the need, and the exchange in that relation is coming from a very shallow place, where Both the people are getting something out of each other, which is emotional dependency. Now, I am not saying that not having emotional connection with others, it is about being totally dependent on someone where you feel like you cannot live without that person. This is not a good place to be in, not even in your closest relation, because what if something happened to that person? Because if you're so used to being dependent on anyone, you will see that you will feel as if the world is crashing if that person is not there, if that emotion dependency is not there. I can say this from my own experience too, that yes, even I have experienced this thing. I have also been into situation where I was too emotionally attached to a lot of friends of mine, but I realized like those relation did not lasted longer, because it's like unless you're getting something, you are there for each other. Once the need is over, that relation will just go away, because the basis of that relation is to get something. And if you see, only those relations sustains which are unconditional, where there is nothing like exchange, where two people are coming without any selfish reason, are the longest relation. At least that's what I have experienced in my life. So coming to the second part of the video, how we can actually handle our emotion and over the period of time let go of this dependency. There are a lot of tools available, but before I give you the tools, I want to say you it is a journey. Be patient with yourself. Over the period of time, this dependency will go when you master this thing. So the first thing is self-aware and reflection. When you know you are dependent, that's how you can let go of that dependency. This is the first start. And the thing that will help you over here is meditation and prayers are good way, so that it brings you into calm and balanced state. Once you are in a balanced state, that's how you will see that your emotional state is also getting balanced. So in order for your emotion to be balanced, you have to be overall balanced. And the second tool that will help you is journaling. You will see that as you write whatever you're going through, as emotion comes out in front of you in paper, you will be better able to understand what were the things that was going inside of you, what was troubling you. The more you get used to of this technique, you will see that over the period of time you can let go of the dependency on the people you have. The second thing that has really helped me a lot is physical activity. Yes, when you do exercise, you will see that you are releasing lot of stress and anxiety that you have. Once you release anxiety, I'm laughing because I really have to take a deep breath before I come back to this point. So coming back, you will see that once you get into exercise, you will see that you are releasing stress, and due to that you will feel mentally strong and you will have more balanced approach in life. Also, yoga has really helped me in this journey a lot. Yoga brings you into the consciousness, into the present moment, because when you are doing yoga, you will see that you are more attentive and you are experiencing everything as it is. You are in tune with your body. It has really helped me to regulate this emotion, and it has also helped me a lot with my overall mental well-being. So these two things has been a really crucial aspect in helping me to deal with my emotion much better. Third thing is, all this thing will really help you if you start including this in your lifestyle. The third thing is having a healthy lifestyle changes. Yes, when you eat healthy, when you give your body nutrition food, you will see that once you have a balanced diet, your energy level and your mood level will be higher. You will be better able to handle things, because when you have a high energy, you are able to handle your emotions much better. And also, I am a sleeping beauty, but yes, sleep will really help you a lot. For me, having sleep is so crucial. I feel like a zombie if I don't get proper sleep. I seriously can't see my life without having proper sleep. For me, it's must to have 8-9 hours of sleep. Otherwise, my mind doesn't perform better, because all my activities are done through mind. And that's the only time when my mind rests. I don't know if it rests, because even in my sleep, I just see like I'm experiencing something or the other, because my mind is too active. And if you are number 4, you can relate to it much better, because 4 are highly driven by mind, and especially for 4, sleep is an Sleep is just like a therapy. So you will see that sleep will really help you to better handle and navigate emotion. And what I have found is those people who don't have proper sleep, you will see somewhere they are the one who somewhere struggle most through this unbalanced emotion. Go and check out yourself, you will find this connection. I'm sure you can just connect the dots if you just observe that yes, people who don't have proper sleep somewhere struggle with emotional highs and lows a lot. That's what my observation says. The fourth thing is start telling yourself positive words and affirmation. Use positive affirmation which will help you regulate your emotion and balance your emotion better, because when you have low self-worth, that time you always experience these highs and lows because what you are telling to yourself is not supportive. And you will see that those are the people who don't have positive self-talk, they have low self-esteem, and because of that they even go through lot of emotional turmoil because they are dependent on other people validation a lot. The fifth thing is having a creative outlet. You will see that most of the artists make the masterpiece somewhere that comes from a deep emotional state, because that becomes a channel for them to express creatively. You take Pablo, you take Van Gogh, you take any of the artists, and you will see that there are a lot of emotion in their art, because this is the conduit, this is the way they express their emotion. This is not just about art. You will see all the music, all the great movies, somewhere there is a deep emotion. So this becomes their creative outlet to express their emotion. You can use this as a tool in your life also. You don't have to be a great artist, but you can use this as a channel, as a way, and just vent out your emotion through art. It is always better to have one or the other hobbies. It can be music, dancing, art, whatever suits you, that will help you to deal with this emotion much better. Also, if you see, when COVID hit, everyone was going through emotional turmoil. There was lot of mental anxiety that people were experiencing. But what I have seen in my personal life with myself and the people who were creative around me, they have struggled less. They had a medium to express themselves. So this really works like wonders, because I found everyone was so stressed about me, and at that point of time, obviously that energy rubs on you also, because that was a very sensitive time which we were going as a collective. But what helped me be in that zen state was I was indulged into art. I was doing all the creative thing at that point of time, and I realized my mental state was much better and balanced as compared to people around me. So this equally works when you have this creative expression as a way to vent out your emotion. You will see that it really works like a therapy. So for this video, these were the 5 main things that you can practice. You will see that as you adopt this habit, the more you get used to with this practice, your emotional health will improve. On a concluding note, I want to say you one thing which we have listened and heard over and over again. Never take decision from an emotional state, and never have a relation with anyone just for an emotion's sake. This is deep, but once you understand, you will understand what I have said over here. Now, I would love to hear from you. What do you think about this video? Let me know in the comment section. I'm laughing because the last statement was really deep. Go and listen to it again. You will find like that was like a golden nugget I have given over here, because I can just sense what I have just said. So let me know in the comment section what do you think about this video. I'm looking forward to hear from you. You know, my energy has shifted 360. I am seeing a different spark as I have said that thing, as if I needed to hear that. So a little confession over here. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this tribe. It really means a world. I need to hold my breath. And I will not cut this part because it was like a blooper. So let's have fun with this, because I don't give you this kind of a moment. These are the rarest moment that people experience with me. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this tribe. Your presence truly matters and it means a world to me. I hope this video was helpful to you some way or the other. Sending you away lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye bye.